Hello friends, this is Jackie from KeepItSimpleStickers and welcome back to my channel. Today I am showing you the setup of my February 2020 bullet journal, my reading bullet journal, as well as the January spreads that I've already completed. I'm going to be using a Papermate Inkjoy gel pen in black, these two Crayola Super Tip markers, kind of like a maroon and a pink. I'll also be using a pencil, just in case I need it, tweezers, because you never know when you might need tweezers, and this ruler. So let's go ahead and get started. I got this bullet journal from Hobby Lobby. I do have a setup video below, so I will definitely link that if you are interested. So we're going to start here on this page. I am updating my YouTuber subscriber count, and when I filmed this, I was able to fill in the 349 subscribers, and currently I stand at 370, so we're almost to that next one. Super excited, super just jazzed about all of that. My goals haven't changed. You can hear more about that in the setup video if you're interested. During the month of January, I was able to read, I believe, 4 books from my 2020 to be read. These are all my physical and electronic books, so that's awesome. Filled in my bookshelf, no 2 or 1 stars, also very good. And on my Pop Sugar Reading Challenge, I believe I was able to complete 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 of the prompts, I believe, and 1 challenge prompt. So that was pretty cool. Made some progress in my series that I'm working on. I'm happy about that. It was a great reading month. One of my favorite books from January was A Heart So Fierce and Broken, so I marked that off, and I also read one of my most anticipated. I ended up reading a total of 13 books, and so you can see all of the information on the graphs there. On the graph books read per month, I actually needed to add a 13 from this Me and My Big Ideas functional sticker book. So I'm going ahead and I am putting the 13 on. I don't anticipate reading more than 13 books a month. I think January was unusual, but we'll see what February brings. I'm going ahead here and filling out my mood tracker for the remaining 2 days in January. I think I filmed this on January 31st, so I went ahead and I filled in the last 2 days that I had missing. I had a good month overall, a lot of really good, normal, happy days. I had a few rough patches here. The red is angry, agitated, upset, but overall it was a really good month. I'm also going to go ahead and fill in my tracker for Kate's health. She started to develop a little bit of a cold here towards the end of January, so I'm just filling in the last 2 days. She's just a little congested, nothing bad. When I'm doing this voiceover here, she's actually back to her baseline. I also made it to 7,000 sales in January, so that's super exciting. So I was able to fill in those first 2 blocks in my Etsy tracker. So here's my January spread. This is my monthly overview. You can see all the books that I read this month. I am carrying over 2, Dance Macabre and The Goldfinch. I started those in January, but I did not finish, so they'll be rolled over to my February TBR. These are all of the books that I read. No, these are all the books that I planned on reading, pardon me. And I'm checking off the ones I actually got completed. So I was able to complete 7 of the 10, but then I read an additional 6 to equal the 13. I also did pretty good on my book tic-tac-toe board. I read 8 of the 9 prompts. There was just one there, a book with a number in the title that I didn't get to read. My YouTube calendar, I was able to keep up with that schedule. And those are my 13 books and my little excited fingers. So overall, really good month for all of my goals. So now we're going to move to February. The first thing that I am laying down is this large Hello February sticker. I got this as a printable off of Etsy. I will link that shop below. And then I'm using the 2 Crayola Super Tip colors that I selected for this month, and I'm tracing over my rough draft that I did in pencil with both the magenta and the lighter pink. The quote that I have for this month is, "Find love when you open a book." That was just something I came up with, and just not anything that I found, but I thought that it fit for the month of February. So I'm outlining the quote with my Papermate Inkjoy gel, and now I'm taking my white block eraser and erasing any of the extra pencil marks that you can see, mainly around where the lighter pink is. That's where I'm kind of spending a little bit more time, because you can see that over the pink. I let it dry for a couple minutes before I started erasing it, just so nothing smeared, and I think it ended up looking really nice. I don't have super great cursive, but I am working on it, and I ended up really liking how all of these pages turned out. I do like the hearts. I think it's very simple, but works really well with February. Alright, moving on to my TBR pages. I will be putting my book tic-tac-toe board there, and then I am going to go ahead and I'm going to write down the TBR that I have so far. I do have my book tic-tac-toe board written in, or excuse me, printed and pasted in as of the time that I am doing this voiceover, but at the time of filming I didn't have it yet. So I'm planning on reading 10 books this month, and those 10 books are the 2 that I'm bringing over from January, which was Dance Macabre and The Goldfinch. And then I have a bunch of books, some library books that I really want to get to, and then after I'm done with those books, I'll head back to my 2020 TBR, which are all my physical and electronic books. So book number 3 is Twisted 26 by Janet Ivanovich. It's part of the Stephanie Plum series. Number 4 is Stay at Home Dead. That's also a library picked for the Pop Sugar Reading Challenge. Uneducated by Tara Westover. Mistborn, that's the first of a series that I'd like to get to. A Court of Thorns and Roses, I'd also like to start that series. I have The Rook, which is Darshelle over at Books and Planners, her book club book, and Spinning Silver, which is part of the 2020 Pop Sugar Reading Challenge. I was originally going to put 1 through 10 here, but then decided not to, because I don't know if I'll have 10 books. I might have 8, I might have 12, who knows. So I left that blank, and I'll just fill that in as I go. Here's my February month at a glance. I had already done the rough draft, so I'm going to go ahead with my ruler and my Papermate Inkjoy gel and just fill in all of these lines. I'm glad that I did the rough draft for this, because I don't know if you can see, I just moved the ruler, but you can kind of see a very faint pencil mark there. I made a mistake, y'all. I made a mistake on that monthly. Not a big deal. I just erased it and moved on, but I'm glad that I took the time to do the rough draft before I got to actually outlining it all. It was definitely worth that extra setup time. Alright, so I have it all filled in. I'm taking my Tombow and just doing any sort of corrections from my Inkjoy gel pen. That does smear a little bit. Not too bad though. For my days of the week headers, this month I did this last month as well. I'm doing kind of like a swatch. So I'm laying down the lighter pink first, and then I'm going to just go over very quickly and abbreviate the days of the week. I found that when I write quickly and don't spend a lot of time thinking about it, my handwriting actually does look better. I don't know if anybody else is like that. So I just kind of really quickly put these in, and I really like how the script turned out. It's kind of like a combination between print and cursive, which is my favorite kind of writing, and I think it looks really nice. That I'm taking the magenta Crayola Super Tip, and I'm just really quickly in print writing February 2020 at the top. Wasn't going to do anything fancy. For the numbers, I alternated the magenta and the pink. I believe I did all of the odd numbers in magenta, and I did all of the even numbers in the lighter pink. I just thought that that gave that a little variation. I used stickers last month. Kate and I put the stickers down together, so I just wanted to do all handwriting this month. You can see there on the second I put it on the wrong side. I did want that to be the same. So very quickly just took my Tombow. I am not a professional bullet journaler. I know there's a lot of people out there who do such a nice job, but this is very functional with a little decor, and I really like how it turned out. Alright, so this is my YouTube page. I'm just going ahead and I'm putting my header up here. This is my YouTube calendar. And then you'll see me take my ruler, and I'm going to draw lines between, vertical lines between the words prep, film, edit, upload, thumbnail, and I believe the last one is post. I just wanted to create some columns to separate those different tasks that I have to do each time I do a YouTube posting. Along the side are all of the dates that I hope to post a YouTube video. I'm pretty consistent with Sundays and Tuesdays. Sundays are usually my plan with me's, and then Tuesday is kind of whatever I'm feeling like. Sometimes it's memory keeping spread, sometimes it's a haul, sometimes it's an organization video. And in this case, I'm doing my bullet journal. So it just kind of trying to keep it open. This month I wanted to track my subscribers from the start of the month to the end of the month, and then of course the growth. I put plus or minus because that's just how my brain works, but it'll be plus, I'm assuming, each month. So I just want to see the monthly growth each month. So I added those little boxes down there at the bottom of the page to add a little bit of color. This page is new. I did not do this in January. This is my monthly, memory spreads progress. I am way behind on my memory planners, and I'm hoping to get 8 to 10 spreads done a month. I actually already have one done, so I'm doing pretty good. I'm drawing a little column here on the right side of the page and putting a P, and that stands for pictures. I do memory spreads with pictures, so I just want to make sure that if I want to do a particular spread, that I have my pictures already prepped. I don't have any ones that I want to do in mind right now. It's just kind of what I have kits for available. So here we go. Here's my flip through. I added a sticker and some washi on a few of the pages. I really like how it turned out. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe down below, and I will catch you all in my next video. Bye-bye, friends.